other than there's Mark Hedrick. What's up, Mark?
What's going on with you?
Oh man, I'm just hanging out watching Damon try to figure out these webcams.
Hey, and
hanging out with the world famous Randy Rainwater, getting out of here after
watching
drive time.
Watching Randy
show.
pack up all his money and leave. Look at him. He's. I mean, my
I'm
gosh,
telling you,
it's coming in through the sack.
I'm not going to tell
Randy?
him what Chuck, the promotions director, got awfully close to his car down there, backing in that trailer. Oh. You know, Randy, we were going to sit there and watch him, but we thought that might put a little bit too much pressure, because I love it when people watch me back my boat down the ramp, you know, and or back up next to somebody's car. Anyway, well, we're going to have a good time tonight. We have got a great show lined up for you. It is fall. It's feeling like it out there. It is also a big birthday celebration coming up later this week. Actually, I guess first day of next week, Sunday, the Arkansas Fly Fishers will celebrate their 50th birthday, and we've got several representatives from AFF in the studio with us tonight. We've got Tillman Pittman, president of the club, along with A.B. Naylor and Mark Wingfield, and they're making their way into the studio. Tillman, A.B., Mark, what's going on, guys? How are you?
Just living the dream, Trey.
Right on, right on. Well, it's good to see you. We're going to talk all about Arkansas Fly Fishers and great things they're doing all around the state, as well as the special birthday celebration coming up Sunday at Burns Park, right? That's right.
That's right. Hospitality House.
You and AB are probably going to have to share that mic. I don't think mic 5 is working too well there. Yeah, you're good, AB. That one's good. The one Tillman was on is no good.
You mean a radio station that has a mic that's not any good?
Well, you know, we don't usually have this many guests in the
I will
studio.
tell you, though, Trey, I noticed that when I came in today, and you came in here and sat down, you still have the gavel.
I told you we've never had our gavel taken away.
Yeah, and so I mean we're
no
still,
recall votes.
No recall votes. We're as of right now.
We're gonna caucus with Damon about it later.
Yeah, night ain't over.
It's early. early.
Yeah, I mean look at if you saw the crew we got in here, there's a chance we could
say that again, Damon.
Easy, Mark.
Are you there?
I said I may just have to veto you yet. Just wait.
All right. Well, we'll see about that. All right. We will. Also, I said the bottom of the hour, we have got a special guest calling in on the Edward Food Giant hotline. There's a band called the Cleverleys. Mark, you're a big fan of them. I saw a music writer said that if Earl Scruggs, Dolly Parton, and Spinal Tap threw a litter of puppies, it would be the Cleverleys.
It would be the Cleverleys, and that's the truth. I mean, I know AB's heard of the Cleverleys before. They're just very talented musicians, and they
bluegrass covers of pop tunes with a little bit of humor thrown in, kind of like almost like a bluegrass,
kind of like this show.
Weird how well, yeah, we're so many things to so many people.
Exactly.
Mark. And including silence to many of the people who turn the radio off.
Yeah, we got it. As a matter of fact, I'm checking to see if we've got any listeners now. But also we've got our buddy Eric Watt's going to call in right after this segment, and he's going to give his name out again and his contact info. He's going to be giving away
a guided crappie trip on Lake Maumelle.
November 17th, I believe is what it was.
I don't know. We'll ask Eric about it after the break.
But he's going to draw right before the show ends, and we'll announce it.
Cool. Well, Tillman, AB, Mark, tell us about quickly before we get our fishing report in here. Big event Sunday. What's going on?
So the Arkansas Fly Fishers Club has been around this year 50 years, and it's hard to imagine that is the length of the course of this club over that time frame. It's phenomenal. You know, we were a small club for many, many years, and in the last 3 years, AB Tillman, we have gone from about 65 members to about 210.
Oh man!
And so it's a testimony, I think, to the sport, and I think it kind of indicates where our culture is right
No
now.
doubt.
I thought you were
too,
going to
little
say it was a
bit.
tellament to Tillman Pittman's
Well,
leadership.
there's a lot of that
There's
in
a lot-
there.
there's a lot of that.
Oh,
There-
yeah.
Tillman,
Kudos
and if
to
I had
his
to put my
leadership.
finger on one thing, it's when we started coming on the wild side. That's when
Oh, yeah,
everything-
that was it. That was it.
Absolutely. Well, okay. Good night,
Good
everybody.
night,
All
everybody.
right. Take care. We'll be here all week.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break from talking with our friends from Arkansas Fly Fishers and get this week's fishing report from our friends at Trader Bill's Outdoors.
It's time for the Trader Bill's Outdoors Fishing Report. With locations in Hot Springs and Little Rock, Trader Bill's is your one-stop for all things outdoors.
And we welcome in Philip Kastner with the Trader Bill's Outdoors Fishing Report. Philip, what's going on?
Well, it's finally fall. I mean, we've been waiting multiple months for it to finally happen. We got a break last weekend, and we get another break this weekend. It is finally fall fishing.
Well, you got a big tournament coming up this week on a local lake here in Little Rock, Lake Maumelle High School tournament. That's going to be great. I mean, I think the fishing will be incredible. You got a meeting, I think, Friday night out at the for all the participants out at Trader Bill's in Little Rock. But something, Philip, I wanted to touch on again, and we've touched on this before. But this is the time of year, if you're going to fish in the winter and you got your bass boat and you got your flat bottoms and everything else, you need to take them into you guys and let y'all get a good once-over on them. But the real key is this is the time you pull your big boats out of the water and get them winterized.
So my asterisk on a calendar, I've got several asterisks on calendars, but the biggest one is always in October. I want to pull my boat that has an IO, or any boat, doesn't matter. You got to drain the lower unit and look and see whether there's any, water infiltration into the lower unit. Make sure your seals are all good. If your lower unit grease is gray in any way, there's a problem. Change your engine oil, change your lower unit grease. Every 3 years, make sure you have a new impeller in your lower unit with water pump. Make sure that it's getting good and cool water through it. You got to do all that in the fall so that if there is a cool or a cold frozen winter, you don't have a pop blower unit next spring when you get up and get ready to go.
And just as important is make sure if you're going to fish in the winter, make sure your boat is water worthy. There's nothing worse than trying to floating around on a lake in the middle of the winter trying to thaw out a can of Vienna sausages so you can eat before somebody rescues you.
Yeah, you're right. So make sure your grease is good in the lower unit and clean and clear, and engine oil is changed. Everything's got to be done during the month of September, October, November at the latest, because December is coming, and lack of better words, duck season is coming, and you got to have everything ready to go before that.
Mark, when was the last time you changed the grease in your lower unit?
Well, I don't have to change it much, Trey. I eat a lot of grease. It's
we still talking about motors here?
Yes.
Right.
I mean, I've got enough in my hair, Trey, that I can probably, use some on, a prop somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm out on this conversation.
Oh,
that's probably
Phillip,
a wise
come
move,
on,
Phillip.
man. You've been hanging out with us for like a few years now. We haven't acclimatized you to the shenanigans here.
You know something's wrong with all of us, Phillip. You've been here way too long.
I've been bent pretty long. I get to figure it out.
All right. Well, Phillip, thank you so much, man. Appreciate your report as always. Get out to Lake Maumelle and check out the high school event this weekend that Trader Bill's is throwing down out there.
Throw top water bait, guys. It's top water.
No
All
doubt.
right. Phillip, thank you, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Well, that's great. There's nothing worse than being hung out on the lake and your boat not starting. I've been there a couple of times. The other thing to do in the winter is always take another change of clothes with you in case you are having to fall in.
Or take a slower, not a sharp friend. That, you got to, do like the soccer team in the Andes.
No doubt.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and talk more with our friends from Arkansas Fly Fishers about their 50th birthday right after this break. Stick around. More Wildside coming up.
Mark Hedrick here from the Wild Side to tell you about our friends at West Rock Landing on Lake Maumelle. I've been fishing Maumelle for decades, and even though I've learned a few things about catching fish on the lake through the years, I've also learned that it all starts at West Rock Landing. If you're looking for a place to hold your next bass tournament, our friends at West Rock are ready to help you take care of the details. Their covered deck is perfect for weigh-ins. They can also set you up with a boat rental for a day of fishing or a day of just enjoying the views and the area's wildlife. Go see them today. West Rock Landing, your gateway to Lake Maumelle.
All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros has been serving the community for more than 15 years. Locally owned and operated, we offer a wide range of name brand tires, wheels, and automotive service you can trust, so your dollars stay in our community. All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, where customers are treated like family, service like your daddy used to get. Visit in-store at one of our 2 locations or shop for tires and service online at allabouttireandbrake.com.
Trader Bill's Outdoors has the largest fishing tackle selection in the region, including the newest lures and the newest colors, as well as a wide selection of locally made lures that are proven winners on Arkansas lakes and streams. They also carry top-of-the-line rods and reels by the industry's leading companies, and they employ local anglers who are always prepared to answer your questions and set you on the path to success. Trader Bill's Outdoors, 1530 Albert Pike in Hot Springs and 12006 I-30 Frontage Road in Little Rock.
Take your yard up to the next level with the Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Josh Dickinson is a former PGA Tour caddy, and his landscape designs are inspired by some of the most beautiful golf courses around the world. Call Josh at 501-794-2770 for all of your landscaping needs. Flower beds a mess? Josh's crew can give your home the curb appeal you've always wanted. The Caddy's Touch Landscaping also installs French drains, retaining walls, and they'll even take care of your irrigation maintenance needs. The Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Call today, 501-794-2770.
We're celebrating 1 year of Lotto, the jackpot game that's only won in Arkansas. For a limited time, ask for the Lotto Bundle to get 1 play free when you buy 3. That's 4 plays for only $6. You could be the next Lotto jackpot winner, like our $2.3 million winner from Sebastian County, or our $999,000 winner from Pulaski County. So don't miss your chance. Ask for the Lotto Bundle today. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Without a plan, the future is just what happens to you. In some ways, you can't have a future without a plan, because all you really have is what you're doing now and a hope that it all works out. Don't gamble your financial future on hope. Tune in to the Get Ready for the Future show for straight talk about retirement, investments, and your money. Saturdays at 10 a.m., now exclusively on 103.7 The Buzz. Genwealth Financial Advisors is a registered investment advisor with securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Serious injuries happen every day.
If it happens to you, don't wait. Dial 8.
Dial 8 for Rainwater Holton Sexton. 888-8888.
We can meet you online, at your house, or wherever is easiest for you. Dial 8. 888-8888 for Rainwater Holton Sexton.
Anywhere in the state, dial 8.
We've got you covered, Arkansas. Anywhere in the state, dial 8. Rainwater Holton Sexton. 888-8888.
Responsible attorneys Michael Rainwater and Bob Sexton. Hey, this is Chris Shin up here with Judith Goodson. Judith, I hear there's a new signature fundraiser coming up benefiting the Arkansas Urology Foundation.
That's right, Chris. October the 14th at the State House Convention Center, we will host a night in Vegas. We will honor Randy Zook, raise money for the Arkansas Urology Foundation, and have a great time.
For more information on the awesome event, to make a donation or buy tickets, go to arkansasurology.com.
Welcome back to the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're back on the Wild Side with Trey Reid and Mark Hedrick. We got a crew in here from Arkansas Fly Fishers. Damon Poole producing as he usually does on our Tuesday night show. Mark, you tipped your hand a little bit there. You had an estate sale this weekend, and you called me Thursday and said you were gonna hold a pressure washer for me, and you did.
Yeah.
But you just admitted to our friends from AFF here that the retail on that was $50, and I thought I was getting a hell of a deal at $40, but I see I only got a
25% discount.
20% discount.
20%. Well, yeah,
You're-
20%.
yeah,
Listen,
Come on, you're supposed to be our numbers guy.
I'm having problems tonight, Trey. It's just I've been in the garage sale 3 days. I mean, how much for that stick over there? It's $1. I'll take it.
How much for the ruler?
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Let's go to the Edwards Food Giant hotline real quick and talk with our buddy Eric Watts. Was here with us last week on the Wild Side. Eric, how's it going, man?
It's going great. Trey, Mark, how y'all guys doing today?
We're good. I hear you're catching some fish with some people that actually heard about you on the show last week.
Man, I am. I'm standing here right now with Mr. Fizzler. If we got a second, I'm actually gonna let him tell you guys about the day. We just got out the water. I'm getting ready to clean fish for these guys. They came out and absolutely smoked them. He and his son Lathan came out today, and they smoked them. Man, it was a good time. So
Yeah, let him tell us.
Let him tell you about it.
All right.
We had a blast today. I would suggest if you have the time, please come out and go with Natural State Fishing. He's professional, he's patient, and he's persistent.
He's nothing like us, Trey.
The 3 Ps. Yeah, no, I was like, I'm surprised he came on our show.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, man, that's awesome. So y'all got a mess of crappie to eat over the winter? Man, that's great.
We did. We had a blast, man. Like I said, it's a great time. He takes his time. He helps you identify things on the live scope. Man, we had a great time.
Well, I'm glad.
This will not be our last time coming. My son, he's 11. He had a great time. He caught some fish, so it's always fun when you can bring the kids out and they can actually catch some fish.
No doubt. No doubt.
Awesome.
Well, man, we're glad. We appreciate it.
Glad to hear about that. And Eric, you are going to somebody else is going to get to take advantage of a trip like that.
That's right. That's right. November 19th, we've got a drawing tonight at the end of this show. As a matter of fact, we're going to do our drawing. If anyone that's listening right now, if you will, go to Natural State Fishing Guide on Facebook, find any one of our videos, leave a comment that you heard us on the Wild Side, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share any of the videos that we have on our Facebook page tonight, and we're going to do that drawing as soon as the Wild Side is over. As a matter of fact, Mark, I think we're going to do it on your last segment. So,
yeah, do it. Just call us in and we'll announce it.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to do it tonight.
All right, Eric, we appreciate you, and we will talk to you again toward the end of the show.
That's great, man. Thanks.
Hey, I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Eric. We'll talk to you in a bit. That's Eric Watts from Natural State Fishing. Hey, get to his Facebook page immediately. Like, share, comment on one of those videos, and say you heard about him on the Wild Side, and you'll be entered into a free crappie fishing trip drawing.
Well, I want to go to Tillman here for a minute, because I know Tillman, being an avid fly fisherman, you are the kind of the prince of the pickerel.
Man, it's been forever since I've been since yesterday.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, and Trey went.
Did you really go yesterday?
I really did.
I bet they're shallow right now. They ought to be shallow, moving around, eating shad.
They're just kind of sitting there right now. I think it's still a little warm. I think they like it when it gets just a hair cooler. So I think they're just sort of sitting there. Every time y'all have somebody from Game and Fish, I swear I'm gonna call in here and ask them about their pickerel management plan.
I got to tell you something. There are more pickerel in the spring on Lake Maumelle than you could shake a stick at. You go up there by that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if you're throwing generally a spinnerbait or a chatterbait, you'll catch one or two, and then you just might as well throw it in the bottom of your boat, because they will tear some equipment up.
Man, but they are fun on a fly. I mean, you get out there, throw a rabbit hair fly, throw it in there, and they will tear it up.
I want to go with you. I want to go.
Snot rockets.
Yeah. They are nasty, man. But fun to catch. They're like ladyfish. If you've ever caught a ladyfish, they jump, they run, they go crazy. You grab them, you take them off, you're covered with this, whatever it is on them.
You go burn your clothes.
Exactly.
No, not really. Well, hey, Tillman, I know one of the things y'all are doing on Sunday to celebrate the 50th birthday is different folks in the club are giving birthday presents that can be picked up by other club members or people, guests, whoever comes, and you're giving away a pickerel trip.
I am doing a pickerel trip, so we'll do a pickerel trip. But we have a whole bunch of guys, and we kind of came up with this idea rather than having sort of a traditional banquet or something that you're used to. We asked people to give a gift to the club, and then what we're doing is we're having a dinner on Sunday, and we'll do some drawings at it, and you'll get a chance to. It's a way really. It's less about the raffle and more about just kind of connecting other members with one another. So we've had a guy that made a custom sage rod. he's put into the threading. Keith DeNoble's put into the threading
Nice.
at AFF 50. We've built custom knives. We've had folks that have built tying tables. We've had folks. I mean, we have all sorts of
Okay,
stuff.
I'm going to
A.B.
call off
Naylor
Joey.
giving away eye exams at Children's Hospital. Understand
No,
too.
I cannot commit to that.
You
You need to talk to my boss before
I'm going to call out old Joey Mall. What's Joey doing? Come on, I know he's doing
He's
something.
going to be out there, and Fish On Custom Rods, they're bringing some stuff out for the event. And
If you had never seen the stuff that Joey does, you need to go to Fish on Custom Rods
Oh,
and look
man,
at it. Dude, he is talented.
he makes some neat stuff.
He
He's
does.
doing some neat woodwork.
Yeah, he does.
Good stuff. Well, we are talking with Tillman Pittman, Mark Wingfield, and A.B. Naylor from the Arkansas Fly Fishers, and we got them in the studio all night tonight. They're going to be telling us more about the festivities going down Sunday at Burns Park in North Little Rock. Things 2:00, right? 2 to 5 is kind of like fly casting demonstrations, fly tying, just having some fun out there.
Absolutely. So from 2 to 5, we've got casting games. We've got an iron fly contest going on. We
Oh,
have
I want to talk more about that. We're going to take a little break right now.
I have no idea what
An iron fly. Think of Iron Chef. More Wild Side coming up right after this break.
I'm Trey Reid from the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz, and when I'm looking for a great home-cooked lunch on the fly, my go-to spot is the deli at my neighborhood Edwards Food Giant. There's always a great selection of delicious meats and vegetables, fresh from the kitchen and served with a smile by the friendly folks behind the deli counter. You'll get heaping portions with cornbread or a dinner roll and a drink to wash it down, all for under $9. For home cooking without the hassle of washing dishes, go see our friends at Edwards Food Giant.
Trader Bill's Outdoors is a one-stop shop for all your fishing and boating needs. They carry Vexus bass boats, Godfrey pontoons, and Taiga surf, wake, and ski boats. Their marine department also features parts and accessories from most boat manufacturers. And if something goes wrong with your boat, their service department is ready to get you back in the game with quality repairs and friendly service. Trader Bill's Outdoors, 1530 Albert Pike in Hot Springs and 12006 I-30 Frontage Road in Little Rock, where great fishing and boating began.
It's time to hit the lakes and rivers, but before you back that boat into the water, stop by Battery Outfitters in North Little Rock, because the boat ramp is a bad place to discover a dead battery. Stephen Heron and the crew will take care of you like family and make sure you are charged up and ready to roll before you make the first cast. Bad batteries take your fish finder out of the equation, and you can't stay on the fish if your trolling motor won't turn. So take charge of your fishing fortunes with a trip to Battery Outfitters, 5915 JFK Boulevard.
Have you gone all summer long and you've had pain in your knees, your back, your hips, maybe even your shoulder? Well, why don't you try to get rid of that pain? Hey, everybody, it's RJ Hawk. I've been talking about QC Kinetics now for quite some time, and I've got friends, family members across the country that are using QC Kinetics right now, and it is changing their life. And the best part? No drugs, no surgery, no downtime. Think about that for a minute. And people are feeling like they're self again with no pain. QC Kinetics doesn't just mask the pain. These treatments go to the very root of the problem, using concentrated healing properties in your own body to go directly to those joints and restore and repair those damaged tissues. Listen, life is about motion, and QC Kinetics is giving people their lives back with these all-natural treatments. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation. 501-222-8440. 501-222-8440. That's 501-222-8440.
This is Pat Bradley for Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union in their Casasa checking accounts. With Casasa, earn up to 6% APY, cash rewards with no minimum balance, and refunds on ATM fees. Stop by Alcoa's new branch in Sheridan and visit with Kelly or Morgan and open a free Casasa checking account today. Experience the difference with Alcoa Community Federal Credit Union, now serving Saline, Grant, Garland, Hot Spring, and Perry counties. Online at alcoacommunityfcu.org.
For 100 years, Arkansas State Parks have offered endless outdoor adventures and treasured places to connect with nature, family, and friends. Whatever kind of outdoor fun you're into, you can find it at 52 parks around the state. Enjoy world-class mountain biking trails, scenic hikes, year-round fishing on sparkling lakes, and much more. It's time to get outside and celebrate a century. Find your next adventure today at ArkansasStateParks.com. Brought to you by this station and the Arkansas Broadcasters Association.
The second annual Free Press Freedom Gala is coming to Chenal Country Club on October 12th with a reception at 6, followed by dinner and a program at 7. The gala will celebrate free press and individuals who brought positive headlines to Arkansas. This year's event honors Buzz Morning Mayhem co-host and country superstar Justin Moore, as well as Arkansas Democrat Gazette senior editor Rex Nelson. Our very own David Basil will be your MC for the evening. Tickets to the gala are available at arkansaspress.org/gala.
Welcome back to the Wild Side. Trey Reid and Mark Hedrick with you on a fall Tuesday night. Feeling good out there.
No doubt.
Better than my throat currently is. Pardon me. I don't know what got caught there. Hey, let's go to the Edwards Food Giant Hotline. We told you earlier in the show there's a special performance coming up 2 weeks from Friday. Thank you, Mark. Got the Hall's cough drops there. They are not a sponsor, but Hall's, if you're listening,
we're open.
Mark's always got a pocket full. Hey, there is a great band coming up, going to be at the Argenta Plaza, 8 p.m. October 27th. It's a free show. A.B. Neighbor's actually going to be down there in a different capacity, not with the Arkansas Fly Fisher, just
serving
as
beer.
He's going to be helping out the good folks, our friends at Flyway Brewing, serving $2 cans of Flyway Light.
Yep.
It's a hell of a deal. Yep. Hell of a deal. Well, let's go to the Edwards Food Giant Hotline and welcome in the one and only friend of the Wild Side, Dr. Digger Cleverly. What's up, Digger?
Friends, what do you say, fellas?
Well, listen, I just want to know if it's buttery where you are right now.
Oh, son, it's dripping with butter where I am all the time.
Well, that's the way it should be. I mean, now I don't know if the guys in the studio realize this, but you're probably one of the foremost people right now, probably the foremost person trying to get okra legalized.
There's not a lot of support for it. And, is this Mark I'm talking to?
Yeah, this Mark.
And I know that you are an avid supporter.
I am. I like buttered okra, and it's just hard to get people next to that.
I like it
Buttered
anyway.
boiled
You
with
know
salt
that
and pepper.
other medicinal plant took precedent for so long. But when you even say the word medicinal, that's where everybody's minds go, But if I have my way, okra will be legalized in all 50 states.
Well, you might as well get in on it right now because, sooner or later, it's got to be. So.
Well, listen, son, think about this. You worked on your okra all summer long.
Yeah.
It's just now getting to the point where it's starting to bud out, and here come the federales in, yanking your okra plants up in the middle of the night. Have you ever heard of that happening to somebody?
Not yet, but the night ain't over.
Well, me neither, but if I have my way, it will never happen.
Well, tell us a little bit about your show going on in Argenta. I'm really looking forward to this.
We are too. Of course, me and the fellas, our roots is Arkansas, and we're going to have a lot of family and friends there. Got some nephews we're going to try to get married off.
That's good.
But for the most part, we're just going to be bringing it. We're going to be playing a lot of stuff from the new album, some of the favorites from the old album, and we're going to hammer down. And it's a free concert. That's one of our favorite things to do is these city concerts, because the city foots all the bills and the sponsors and everything, and then the patrons can just load up and come. So y'all come out. It don't cost you a thing, but you come on out, and I promise you won't be disappointed.
Argenta Plaza, great venue. Recently underwent a bit of a facelift and remodel. And if you haven't been down there for the concert series, checking out the Cleverleys 2 weeks from Friday night, 8 p.m. October 27th would be a good time to check it out. Digger, before we let you go here, for those that may not be as well versed in the Cleverleys as our friend Mark Hedrick is, give folks a little teaser for what they can expect at the show in Argenta, North Little Rock on October 28th.
Oh, son, it's hard. It's hard to describe. People ask me all the time to describe our show, and I think the New York Times said it the best of anybody. They said If Earl Scruggs, Dolly Parton, and Spinal Tap spawned a litter of puppies, it would be the Cleverleys.
There's no question. And
I
no
think
question.
that says it all. But there's going to be, first of all, you can bring anybody 9 to 90. You won't be afraid to bring your kids or your grandma to the show. Second of all, you're going to hear world-class musicianship, and you're going to get to enjoy a lot of satire and comedy with the whole family. You won't have to explain a whole lot to the kids when you're driving home.
Yeah. And one thing I can tell you is I mean, y'all play the Grand Ole Opry.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have and a lot of people don't realize this, but you've done a lot of work for the whales, trying to save the whales.
Have that benefit squirrel hunt for Save the Whales every year. Have a heart. Kill a squirrel and save a whale. That's what we always do.
Yeah. How much you raised so far in the last, 12?
In the last 7 years, we've raised, I think it's $8.
But listen, it's a thought that counts.
Dr. Digger, we appreciate every penny of that. All 800 of them, actually.
No need to do that. We were raised that way.
Well, man, listen, Digger, I'm going to come see you on Tuesday, and I'll make sure I come by and say hi. We really appreciate you calling in. Looking forward to it. And I just encourage everybody to come out to Argenta 8 o'clock on the 27th and see some great music and have a great time. I appreciate you calling in.
Fellas, we appreciate y'all's support immensely for the music and for the great outdoors. Spreading the love and spreading the butter. Thank you. We appreciate it.
See you, buddy.
Thank you, Dr. Digger. That is Dr. Digger Cleverly on the Edwards Food Giant Hotline. He's a native of Stone County, Arkansas, and is all about legalizing okra. And
you don't want the federales come in the middle of the
playing
night.
bluegrass music to some of your favorite pop tunes, including "Walk Like an Egyptian."
Walk Like
That's
an
one
Egyptian.
of your favorites, isn't it, Mark?
That's got to be that. And What's Up? That's another one that's one of my favorites.
It's time for this week's Keepers and Calls, presented by Battery Outfitters. Sometimes you keep them, sometimes you throw them back. But when it comes to your battery needs, the service and selection at Battery Outfitters are always keepers.
Mark, we had sort of an extended Keepers and Calls with Stephen Herron from Battery Outfitters in the studio last week, so I'm keeping it short with mine this week. I've got one keeper. I learned today that the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission's waterfowl guidebook is now available, or will be. If it's not today, it will be tomorrow. Not the print version quite yet, but the PDF electronic version is available at agfc.com. Keep up with all of your changing waterfowl regulations before you get out there in the field. I'm going to tie into my tip of the week a little bit later.
And I've got a keeper. We talk about this all the time. The more rain you get down to South Arkansas, you better be heading down to Murfreesboro, the Crater of Diamond State Park. They're finding diamonds down there. Some pretty nice. I understand they picked up 2 on the ground. That's kind of, I like the ones you pick up on the ground. They picked up a couple of nice ones. Then I got something that I'm not sure is a keeper or cull. It may just be but what gives? I mean, they've only pulled 2 fish out of Lake Conway with tags on them.
Tags, yeah.
They've got 50-something fish still swimming around in there with $1,000 tags on it. I mean, what's the deal?
I think the fish are hiding out, Mark. I think they know their value and they don't want to give themselves up.
Well, that could be. They got a bounty on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to swim up and just give yourself up like that.
Yeah, it is.
Dead or alive.
I don't know, man.
Dead
You
or
got
alive.
21 more days, 3 more weeks. I guess Halloween is on. Hold on, Damon. There you go.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was some gator involvement in this. After all, there are gators up on that lake.
At least one.
There's one. And if you what happens if you were to catch a gator with like 9 fish that had tags in it?
I think as long as you can produce those tags, you can claim a prize.
You have to split it with a gator.
Yeah, I'm out on that. Out on that. Thanks, Damon. That was good. Well, let's get you got any more? You
That's
got any more keepers of cold? Tillman, you kind of threw the tease out there and talked about this iron fly contest. What is an iron fly, or Mark or AB or whoever wants to talk about it?
I guess I'll talk about it. They're all
pointing at each other and
I know.
talk.
So the iron fly is just it's kind of a play on the Iron Chef. So we're going to have a table set up with random material. And there's a contest of prizes. We've got some gift cards for fly fishing gear and some food around town. But
what a great idea!
But you basically get to sit down anytime between 2 and 5, and you can use the material that's available at the table to create a fly.
Any fly you want. You don't say it's got to be a streamer pattern with these ingredients. Just help yourself to whatever feathers, fur, and hooks are on the table and make whatever.
Absolutely. So you're only limited by the material on the table and your own creativity.
Now, who's going to judge this thing?
We're going to have at the dinner that night, we're going to have them all on the board and pass it around the room. And if you're at the dinner, you get to vote.
Much like you do at your monthly meetings with the fly of the month.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Okay. I dig it. We got to take a break in about 50 seconds. What else is going to be going on? If I want to get into fly fishing, what can I find that maybe get me closer to it out there?
And show up. We're going to have our casting coaches on hand. If you've handled a fly rod before, we'll tune you up. We'll get you involved in some of the assessments that kind of show you how good you are. If you've never touched one before, we'll put one in your hand and you'll get first-rate coaching on how to cast a fly rod.
After the break, I'm going to ask a question now and y'all ponder on it, but I've got some old Hedden fly rods that may be 80, 90 years old that have been in my family for a long time. Can you bring those down, let people assess them?
Absolutely. Bring it on down. I got some members that are 80, 90 years old.
Mark actually fished with those rods as a kid.
Yeah, I did. I did, believe it or not.
So, and we're going to take a quick break. More Wild Side coming up right after this.
All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros has been serving the community for more than 15 years. Locally owned and operated, we offer a wide range of name brand tires, wheels, and automotive service you can trust, so your dollars stay in our community. All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, where customers are treated like family, service like your daddy used to get. Visit in store at one of our 2 locations or shop for tires and service online at allabouttireandbrake.com.
Spring and summer may be behind us, but that doesn't mean there's not a good reason to get out to Lake Maumelle to enjoy a day on the water. Trey Reid here from the Wild Side to tell you about West Rock Landing. Our friends at West Rock have everything you need to enjoy a day on the lake. Whether you're fishing for bass or crappie or just taking in the amazing views of the Ouachita Mountains, West Rock offers bait, tackle, boat rentals, and so much more. Check them out at westrocklanding.com or go see them just a few miles west of Little Rock on Highway 10. West Rock Landing, your gateway to Lake Maumelle.
Things you'd rather do than deal with your current HR and payroll provider. Stub your toes on purpose. Or sitting through a 4-hour seminar on funny dad jokes.
Okay, you guys hear me out. You know how celebrities stay cool? They have a lot of fans.
If you and your company are unhappy with the level of service you're getting from your current HR or payroll provider, make the switch to a company who cares. The Payroll Company. Our service is top-notch and worth switching for. Less headaches, more than payroll. Visit morethanpayroll.com.
Charged with a crime? Hire the Lions. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of legal lions. Exceptional communication and exceptional results in both the negotiating room and the courtroom. Lion Legal, the legal pride of Arkansas. Call 227-ROAR and Lion Legal will come roaring to the rescue.
This is Pat Bradley for Whit Davis Lumber Plus. Whit Davis Lumber Company is your blueprint for success. Whether you're a professional contractor or just need a hand being handy, Whit Davis is your partner for getting the job done right. From quality materials to tools for projects inside and out, they understand how important quality is when it comes to your home. So when you're in need of a lumberyard or hardware store, think of my friends over at Whit Davis. You can find them in Jacksonville, Cabot, Sherwood, and Greenbrier, or online at whitdavis.com.
What's good, y'all? Clint Sterner here for Low T Center. Fellas, when it comes to your health, every man should know his testosterone number. What's that mean? It's simple. You need to schedule an appointment at Low T Center immediately. It's quick. It's easy. Hell, it's only $25. Walk in, take a simple blood test, get the results in about 25 minutes. So if you've been feeling tired and grumpy, sensing a lack of motivation and drive, dealing with high cholesterol, noticing stubborn weight gain and or loss of muscle mass, it's on you, fellas. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
The Rogers family for Capital Business Machines.
It's real important to keep going what
our dad has started. He had a good reputation, and we want to continue that reputation. Business is about relationships. And I think a lot of times it gets too corporate, too internet, too impersonal. And we want to continue that legacy that our dad has started. Treat people right, and they'll take care of you too.
Contact us today for a free document assessment at catbiz.com.
Tune in on Thursday nights between 8 and 9:30 for the Between the Mats High School Football Show featuring Matt McJunkins, Matt Wilcox, and Thomas Thrash from Hooten's Football. You'll hear coaches' interviews, weekly top 10s, players of the week, and the Fan Interactive Pick'em Challenge, brought to you by American Safeguard Insurance, Collier Roofing, and Globe Life Liberty National, Everett and Associates.
I'm a real wild one, wild one, wild one, wild one.
The Wild Side Outdoor Report is brought to you by West Rock Landing, your gateway to fishing and fun on Lake Maumelle.
Well, Trey, by using the AGFC CWD testing stations, all hunters that participate during this season will be entered at the close of the season to get a 2023-2024 lifetime hunting license. There's one, I think one of two they're going to give.
I think they're giving away two for the CWD
so you can get one of two of them. So that's valued at $1,000. So there's at least one container in every county, and of course, where the CWD is more prevalent, they'll have more of these.
Yeah, but Game and Fish wants folks, even if they hunt in an area, where it is not prevalent. It want folks to get their deer tested. Help keep tabs on it and make sure it doesn't show up somewhere.
And Camp Clearfork, west of Hot Springs, on October 27th through 29th, AGFC sponsored 3-day trapper education workshop conducted by the Arkansas Trappers Association and Southwest Arkansas Fur Takers. This isn't something I do, but it's very interesting to me. I mean, to talk to the guys like this. Subject's going to cover basic trapping on land and water techniques, and fur handling and ethics. Lodging and meals will be included as part of the registration, so that's pretty cool.
Heck
So that'll be kind of fun. Be kind of like going to camp for, if you wanted to consider it that way. And then last but not least, Central Arkansas Bass League Classic on Bull Shoals. Matt Butler and Kyle Watley, 2472, won it. Nathan and Tony Reel. I like that last name for fishermen. Reel.
That's a good one.
Yeah. 2023 for second. And Nathan Zimmerman and Troy Bogard came in third. 1867. And last but not least, go outside tonight, look toward the northwest. The Draconid meteor shower. Say you'll see about 6 an hour.
It's not a real intense one this year for this particular meteor shower, but it's not too late. I think you can actually see them here pretty soon. You don't have to stay up until 3 a.m. or anything like that. And it's
October, and it starts with what Dracula starts with, so I thought it's pretty cool.
I see the connection.
Yeah,
why not? I appreciate the explanation there.
That's so.
And you're not being draconian about that either.
No, I'm being very Baptist.
It drives him back.
Hey, I want to tack one onto your report, Mark. This is real quick, but next Thursday night, not 2 days from now, but 9 days from now, at 6 p.m. October 19th, Arkansas Game and Fish is having a virtual kind of deer season update. You mentioned chronic wasting disease. There'll be a little piece about that, a little kind of look at the season, mass crop and things like that from Ralph Meeker, the deer program coordinator, a little talk about deer management assistance program from Jeremy Brown, the leader of that group program in the private lands division. But really, if you're interested in deer hunting in Arkansas, tune into the Game and Fish YouTube channel, 6 p.m. Thursday, October 19th. You can send in email questions and they'll answer them live on the air there.
I wanted to ask AB a question. I'm going to turn the camera where we can get AB on. How's that?
There's AB.
Yeah.
He's a handsome devil.
He is.
No, there's a lot of ugly under this beard.
Well, you hide it well. But if you were to go fly fishing today, we've got October, you've got, trout are getting ready to make a spawn, and we got to be real, careful about the reds and all that. But if you were going to go fly fishing today, where would you go if you want to go catch fish?
I would probably hit something like the Illinois River or one of those things and throw some poppers and just let them sit there and barely twitch them and have the smallmouth come up and sip those things down on the fall feed.
Yeah. That sounds like a blast.
I'm with you. When are we going, AB? You want tomorrow morning?
Time is it?
tomorrow morning.
Pack your stuff.
I got to
let's
be
go.
at the Buzz here at 6 a.m.
Oh, man.
Actually, Hogs Meat Market in the morning. But
What would you do, Mark?
Mark, where are you going?
Geez, with the White River as big and as fishable as it is, and with the low water we've been dealing with, there's a lot of great fish being pulled out right now. Those browns are, they're in the pre-spawn mode, and so I think I'd have to go north, young man, because I think that's the fishery up there.
Well, so far we've got 2 brown fish, but in different categories. We got the smallies, and now we got big brown trout. What about you, Tillman?
We know where Tillman's going to go chase those green toothy critters over on DeGray. That's where he's going every time, right?
If they'll take me with them, I'll go with them. But if not, let's run down to DeGray and let's go catch some pickerel.
Where would the pickerel be right now? Where would you say?
They're starting to get, so you'll start seeing them stacking up now where the new vegetation's coming in. So as the water clears up and it sweeps out the old vegetation, there's new vegetation cropping up, and they're going to get in there and ambush whatever bait fish they can get to there.
They're aggressive.
All right, shifting gears back to the 50th birthday of the Arkansas Fly Fishers. Tillman, you alluded to this during the break, but we lost Dave Whitlock last year, not quite a year ago, right around Thanksgiving. And Dave was supposed to come in for a club meeting not long after early in 2023. Really cool. I think that you got Emily Whitlock, his widow, who will be coming in for the dinner. Tell us a little bit about AB. You said there's a few tickets left for the dinner on Sunday night.
Few tickets left for the dinner on Sunday night, $20 a ticket. The dinner will start at 5, so kind of at the end of the daytime organization part, so we can transition to that. And if there's still some tickets there and people have been there that afternoon, they could probably hop on in for that. Emily should be great. I think this is going to be one of the first times since Dave's memorial that she's spoken, and so she's got a pretty good relationship with our club, and with some of our members, she's really good friends with them, really close to. I think it's going to be probably one of the most intimate speaking engagements we've had.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool. For those who don't know, Dave Whitlock, a founding member of the Arkansas Fly Fishers back in 1973, and a luminary in the sport, illustrated one of Jimmy Carter's books, among many books he did himself, innovator in fly design. Gosh, what else?
Great ambassador for the sport.
Great ambassador for the sport.
Just a gentleman. Just the nicest. And Emily's is nicer than he was.
Emily, quite an accomplished angler herself, and I don't want to take anything away from her. I think but folks obviously recognize Dave's name, and really special that y'all got Emily coming in on Sunday. That should be a good event. 5 p.m. Sunday. Tell us about some of the other stuff going on during the day out there at Burns Park.
I think the casting aspect of the day is going to be outstanding, because we got some guys who have really committed to coaching people, taking their hand and stepping them through the introductory part of learning how to manage a fly rod and manage that line, and really develop that skill to keep those tailing loops out of your cast, which, if anybody knows anything about fly fishing, that's the biggest problem and the biggest thing you deal with is all the little tailing loops. So it'd be a great opportunity for somebody who really has an interest in the sport and wants to get a great introduction and meet some great guys. So come on out. We're raring to go.
One thing that always, and I love to fly fish. When I was a kid, I did more bass fishing, popping bugs, this, that, and that. But I did go trout fishing with woolly boogers, little streamers, sow bugs. When you get down to those tiny baits, it just blows me away.
The big fish that take those little.
It's unbelievable, because you can't even hardly see to put the line through it, and you cast it out there, and you're watching it drift with your strike indicator, and it's amazing to me. So that's what I want to learn to do a better job.
I'll tell you something we're gonna have. You guys don't know this. Arkansas Wildlife Magazine did an article June, so they're going to bring a bunch of magazines. Jeff Williams wrote it. He's going to be there. You could probably get him to autograph
Jeff Williams articles. Hey, I got to hear more about this. More Wild Side coming up right after the break.
I'm Mark Hedrick from the Wild Side here on 103.7 The Buzz. You probably already know Edwards Food Giant as the meat people. And when I'm looking to throw a steak on the grill, my first stop is the incredible meat counter at Edwards Food Giant. Ribeyes, fillets, strips, T-bones, and porterhouses. Whatever your favorite cut, you'll find the best selection of certified Angus beef at Edwards Food Giant. Their prices are great, with weekly specials that will make your next steak dinner as affordable as it is tasty. Go see them today. Edwards Food Giant, the meat people.
Hey folks, Mark Hedrick here to tell you about Battery Outfitters in North Little Rock. They're here to serve your battery needs, from cell phones to hearing aids to power tools. And when it comes to service, Battery Outfitters is second to none. Got a problem with your truck or your boat battery? Just pull in at 5915 JFK Boulevard and the Battery Outfitters crew will handle the rest. And don't forget to ask about Key Fob Friday and watch Battery Saturday. You'll be glad you did. Battery Outfitters, 501-537-4990 for all your battery needs.
Not again.
Let me tell you about my man Tom. He had some serious bad luck. And one day he said to me,
"When is my luck gonna change?"
And I was like, "You need to go to Tunica, bro." And he was like,
"Yeah, good idea, bro."
Tom was winning big money. People were cheering and kisses. My man was like,
"This is amazing."
His losing streak was finally over.
Man, I cannot believe my luck.
Believe it, because when you're in Tunica, you're always a winner.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. The only thing most people know about Francis Nichols is the eponymous school named in his honor, the home of the Manning Passing Academy. Nichols, a veteran of the Civil War, served as governor of Louisiana for 2 different terms. Having lost an eye, an arm, and a leg in the war, he had one of the most unique campaign slogans in U.S. political history: "Vote for what's left of me." He didn't do much worth celebrating in office, but what a great slogan. Doublebee's also has a great slogan, where you gas it, grab it, and go. Because you can get gas for your car or truck, snacks for getting you through your day, and all in the blink of an eye. Doublebee's, it's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Doublebee's.
Enjoy happy hour at Twin Peaks every Monday through Friday from 2 to 7 with sweet deals like $1 off all wine, liquor, cheap shots, and freezing cold 29-degree draft brews. Feeling snacky? They also have $2 chips and salsa, $4 fried pickles, chips and queso, or mozzarella cheese bites, $6 triple plays, quesadillas, or 6 boneless wings. Who says booze is the only thing that makes us happy? Score these 2 good deals Monday through Friday, 2 to 7, and again, late night at Twin Peaks.
Without a plan, the future is just what happens to you. In some ways, you can't have a future without a plan, because all you really have is what you're doing now and a hope that it all works out. Don't gamble your financial future on hope. Tune in to the Get Ready for the Future show for straight talk about retirement, investments, and your money. Saturdays at 10 a.m., now exclusively on 103.7 The Buzz. Genma Financial Advisors is a registered investment advisor with securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Here's NASCAR Hall of Famer Mark Martin.
As a race car driver for 40 years, I survived a lot of crashes. Not everyone can run into a wall at 200 miles an hour and walk away. Without a seatbelt, I wouldn't be alive today. Now I'm retired, back home in Arkansas driving my pickup. I'm shocked how many people aren't wearing seatbelts. Why risk your life when it only takes 2 seconds to buckle up? Take it from number 6. Buckle up, Arkansas.
A message from the Arkansas State Police Highway Safety Office.
Welcome back to the Wild Side on 103.7 The Buzz. It's the All About Tire and Brake tip of the week. All about tire and brake, because you deserve hassle-free service.
I'm going to make this one short and sweet because we want to wrap things up with our friends from Arkansas Fly Fishers ahead of their 50th birthday celebration on Sunday. We've also got Eric Watts back on the Edwards Food Giant hotline to announce the winner of the November 17th crappie fishing. 19th. I'm sorry. November 19th crappie fishing trip.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, the tip of the week, Mark, is know the rules before you go out. If you're a regular Buzz listener, you may be aware of a little dust up we had last Thursday when one David Basil shot a deer, a management buck under the Deer Management Assistance Program. protocols on.
Should we hit the buzzer? I mean, the buzzer on
no,
that?
No. I'm going to be talking with Basil more about it in the morning.
Listen,
and I'm
it was
not.
an honest mistake.
It was an honest mistake, but that's why you're all about tire and brake tip of the week this week is just know the rules. Basil, I think got a little warning ticket, but didn't cost him any money.
Or go with somebody that does. And I think they did. I think it was just one.
Yeah, just a little mix up on what was required. And hey, I'll be the first to admit sometimes the code of regulations can be a little bit confusing.
Correct.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Is what Forrest Gump would say. All right,
let's hear what Eric has said.
Yeah, let's get Eric on the Edwards Food Giant hotline. There is Eric Watts from Natural State Fishing. Eric, do we have a winner of the big crappie fishing trip with you guided on Lake Maumelle, November 19th?
Trey, Mark, we have a winner. We've got a winner, Mr. Steve Hollowell. Steve Hollowell.
Nice.
Congratulations. Well, I'm sure Eric, you'll reach out to him through your social media channel there, through Facebook. And Steve, if you're listening, congratulations. Eric will be in touch. And hey, Eric, thanks for doing that, man. What a fun way to wrap up last week's show and come on here tonight after a great day of fishing. It sounds like.
Absolutely great day today on the water, and I appreciate you guys. I enjoyed talking with you last week and again today. I look forward to the next time we get on the air with you guys.
Absolutely, Eric. We're looking forward to seeing you again soon. You take care, buddy.
Congrats. All right, take care. Have a good one.
Thanks.
That's Eric Watts from Natural State Fishing Guide. Hey, I want to get back before we wrap things up here. Mark, you said something earlier. We opened the show with this. You said club had 65 members not too many years ago, now up to 210. We jokingly said it's because of Tillman's excellent leadership. He's still shaking his head over there, but you said something. You said you think it's some changes that are going on in society and fishing. What do you think that is, Mark?
Well, let's face it, Trey. I mean, right now the world's gone crazy, and everything has gotten complex. And I think people are looking for some serenity to get away from all the noise. And every picture you see in all the mags and on some of the videos and what have you, movies, you see people out in a river by themselves, and all they're hearing is the water and maybe an occasional bird flying above. People are needing some serenity.
They need some tranquility.
They need it. They need it badly because the world is just off the charts now. And so I think people see the simplicity of the sport, and I think they're looking for that piece of solidarity in their lives. And
yeah,
it's time.
We had one of my keepers and calls, if not last week, the week before, Mark. Remember, there was a recent study out of the UK that looked at different age groups, and fishermen aren't as prone to depression or suicidal thoughts as much as the general populace, which is not surprising.
No, unless they're not catching fish.
Well, there is actually some truth to that. Yeah. There is actually some truth to that. I've read a couple of versions of the article. One of them was more in depth and said if you fish all the time, you can kind of tip the pendulum swings back the other way.
Well, it's interesting to me, and I saw some kids walking down Highway 10 the other day. Had a couple of fishing rods. I just saw them walking. They're going to a little creek to fish.
Yeah.
Today I was driving out of my neighborhood and I saw something I hadn't seen in years, with kids out, 4 or 5 kids, I think it's 4, throwing footballs out there, just getting outside and throwing footballs again. And I mean, we all did that as kids. I mean, every, chance we got to throw a baseball or football, just with the neighborhood kids, we were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Hadn't seen that in forever because everybody's been locked inside, doing their Call of Duty or whatever they want to do. And so it's to get out, to learn to fish. It's memory building. It's confidence building. It's character building. I mean, it's all those things. So and it makes you a better steward.
And fly fishing is the best way to go fishing.
Well, because you have a hard time catching them on a rod and reel, but I understand that, Trey. I mean, I'm not. Don't say it because you beat me last time out. I'll admit that.
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah,
no, I'm just joking. I fish with everything.
Yeah. You're
including spears. My toenails. I sharpen them to a dagger-like finish and hone them. And
Yeah,
I catch them in my talons, just like an eagle, Mark.
Yeah, osprey.
I got to see this.
Yeah, the osprey. That's what your nickname is going to be, the osprey.
The osprey. It's funny. Yeah.
But you know, I'm glad to see you guys doing what you're doing. You have a lot of. One thing you do is you have a lot of folks that branch off that as well. You have different things, fly fishers that appeal to different. You know, we have fishing for recovery. You have all sorts of things.
Cast for Recovery. Mayfly's got their event.
Project Healing Waters.
Casting for
I just did
Recovery
Project Healing Waters last weekend.
Did that last weekend. Casting for Recovery is coming up in 2 weeks with their retreat. It's a big deal. It's a sport that attracts a lot of people, women, youth. It is a great
It's
place.
something we can all do forever.
Yep.
Yes.
And get that serenity you were talking about, Mark. Hey, give folks the website of AFF before we get out of here.
ArkansasFlyFishers.com.
All right, ArkansasFlyFishers.com. Talk to y'all next week. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
The last bastion of quality programming.
Why would you listen to any other radio station than 103.7 The Buzz? KABZ Little Rock.